You're listening to the Arcane Focus Network. Previously on Star Raiders. I swear I saw some of the wounds disappeared. Pulls the shirt down a bit, and there's this imprint of the Desno butterfly there.
That's so cool.
I see this as a positive, and I wouldn't be scared if I were you.
Captain Berzin, it's Ferrari. There will often be jobs of ours that will align.
I don't know if I want to work for criminals.
Line up, it's just work.
And we should all get a vote. And I vote we don't do it.
I think we should do it.
Yeah, kid.
I'm happy to vote with you, Captain, but I think you should give Tiny the opportunity to, stay on the ship.
All right. Sounds like a deal.
You guys do this for months, and Berzin, you get a call from your dispatcher, Leya. There's been a bit of an opportunity that's come up. It's looking at more than 150k. I can't say anything more over comms. I need you to come back to Absalom.
It's gonna take me 6 days to get back.
So in the communication, Leya said that it was going to be 12 to 14 days before the contract itself was resolved and the final bids needed to be in. You guys are traveling in system in order to get back to Absalom Station, and it's taken you 6 days. Leya said to you, Berzin, in her communication that she wanted to meet you at the bar where you used to meet up for drinks after work sometimes. What was the name of that bar?
Drinks.
Very good.
No, that's only on the sun.
Damn it.
The name of that bar was the Vlaka's tongue. And there's a picture, there's a big neon sign of a Vlaka, which is the dog people in this universe. And it's just like, its tongue lolls out in the sign. It's like, bzz, bzz, and then bleh, and the tongue comes out.
Is it like that awooga wolf thing?
Yeah, let's say that. That's that guy.
Yeah. You said you're gonna meet up at the Vlaka's tongue. As you're on your approach to Absalom Station and doing the final preparations, things like that, you get in contact with Leya and say, hey, let's do this.
Sure.
Is everybody coming?
So, I think with the change in attitude towards various things over the course of months at this stage, I feel like Berzin has probably opened up some decisions to more of a democratic approach. He turns to everyone and says, now, we're going in to negotiate the fee that we'll charge on a job. I think having all of us there is going to benefit because we can all have input in real time rather than just me making decisions that are going to later be questioned. So, why don't you all come along? What do you say?
Sure.
Okay, Captain. That sounds fantastic.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Okay, you guys make your way to the pub. It's not exactly a happening place, but it's a decent size. There's enough people there and enough little nooks and crannies where people can meet up and discuss business and things like that.
What time is it on Absalom Station?
It's like late afternoon.
I like it. Good business drinks time.
Yeah, it's like 5:15.
Get the business out of the way and then just get hammered.
Yep. You all sit down, maybe grab a drink or two. After a little while, Berzin, you notice walking in through the door, maybe you'd positioned yourself so you could keep an eye on the door.
I never have my back to a door.
And you notice a grey-furred kitsune walk through the door, wearing a kind of smart business casual, and you recognize this to be Leya, your dispatcher. And for those of us playing at home, kitsune kind of like a wolf type race, wolf-fox type of race.
Ah.
This is one for the furries.
And she's looking around, and she sees you, and you see the recognition go over her face.
Yeah.
Gives you the wave.
I wave, yeah. Berzin waves very, very conspicuously, like Forrest Gump when he waves at Lieutenant Dan.
She comes up to you.
Leya, hello.
Berzin, so good to see you in person. It feels like it's been forever.
Oh, you too, Leya. You're looking amazing. Look at you. Wow.
Oh, stop it. You all softy.
No, I'm serious. You look younger than the day I met you.
Well, how about you buy me a drink then?
Oh, for you, Leia, anytime. And he like motions over to the bar. Like, okay, what are you drinking?
And just get me the special.
Sure, 2 specials, and freshen up this whiskey for me. You guys want a drink? Anybody?
I sort of imagine are we sitting a respectful distance away, or
We're all social distancing.
No, well, okay, yeah. Let's talk about this. Are you all sitting at the same table, or are you guys?
like is she
at
coming
your
to meet
own
with
table?
all of us, or is she coming for a negotiation with Burzin? I wasn't clear on that.
Well, she's coming to meet with me, but I thought I'd invite the rest of my crew because it involves the crew's home, and it's not just my ship. It's all of our homes. I'm trying to be more open and diplomatic and democratic in the whole process.
He's definitely been trying.
He's a very sensitive captain these days. It's amazing. It's like
Hey.
night and day.
I try, you know.
You're working on yourself, Captain. I'd respect that. We can really see the changes.
Self-improvement is not only a physical endeavor, it's also a mental change of mindset.
It's a sign of a great leader, someone who can adapt and improve and overcome for the good of their crew. You should be very proud.
Oh, Sawbones, you say too much.
What are you angling for?
Sawbones, you're just as full of shit as you were when I first met you.
Good to see you too, lass.
It's nice to see you again.
Well, thanks, darling. You too. How's that little bantam of yours? Still okay? And Tiny, how's the ship treating you?
It's good, doing the jobs, getting the work done. Tiny is just kind of sitting there waiting for the meeting to start.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much for small talk.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, she pulls out an envelope out of her pocket and slides it across the table towards Brandon. These papers came true for you. Looks like you're officially an Edge Corp.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, congratulations!
Done, dude.
Congratulations,
All right.
laddie.
It's like
That calls for
Pat him
a
on the
round
back.
to celebrate.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, let's get this 15-year-old boy a drink, huh?
He's 18. Don't yell that too loud.
Oh, no.
Come on, we'll get you a drink.
He's 18, sure. Hey, and he like nudges him in the ribs.
I can never tell with humans anyway. It's y'all look. It's just the skin thing. I don't know. I just without the
hey.
fur, I can't tell. It's easy to
Oh,
tell.
Leia, come on, Leia. We don't. It's 305. We don't speak like that anymore. I don't know what year is it.
It's 305 now, I guess.
305 AG.
Okay. Good to see the whole crew here. As I'm sure Burzon's told you, there's been a pretty big contract coming up. There's this bad business on the Capaxi homeworld. Unfortunately, things like this, there's a lot of money to be made. And when there's money to be made, of course, Edge Corp's gonna be there. This contract was pretty lucrative. There's a lot of companies going for this one, but of course, Edge Corp got it. Take it to the edge, right, guys?
Oh, right to the edge.
Every time.
Now, I appreciate that the whole crew's here, but before we start this whole meeting, I just need to talk to you, Burzon, just for a minute.
Oh,
Well, that's okay. We'll go and get Brandon a drink. Come on, guys.
No. You guys stay here. Burzon, why don't you just come up to the bar with me?
Your shout then.
yeah. Don't worry, guys. We got it.
Oh, you got it? What, you got money now?
Sure. Looks like I'm getting the drinks, guys. Come on, let's go.
You guys head up to the bar, and you kind of do that lean and heads in closer together. Order the drinks just with a wave of the hand.
Yeah. Get the eyes. Get the
Yeah.
eyes.
She goes, "Look, Burzon, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your crew here, but you and I go way back,
Yeah.
and I gotta clear this with you first.
What's going on?
Well, like I said, this is a big contract, and when these come up, the bidding is,
It's out of control.
I mean, you never get these things. Every crew is bidding for these things.
yeah. Sure.
I've never actually known one of the crews to get it, and there's thousands and thousands of crews that work for Edge Corp." And she leans in a little bit closer, and her voice comes down a little bit more.
Person leans in.
Burzon, what I'm about to ask you, and I mean no disrespect. Can you trust everybody in your crew?
Oh, I've done repeated sense motives on all of them constantly. And I trust them all implicitly, Leia.
Person, it's not no time for jokes, okay? Do you trust them all?
I wouldn't have them on my crew if I didn't trust them with my life. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I take your word for it.
So what do we got?
Well, let's talk to the crew about it.
Okay. Sure. And he, like, points over at the bartender, gets their eyes again, and is just, like, motions back over to the table.
Everybody comes back to the table. All right. So everybody come in a bit, and she leans in to the table and kind of motions for everybody to lean in a little bit more. And she looks at the people around, makes sure nobody's too close. She says, those of you that have been with this company a while would know that there's these contracts that come up, and nobody ever gets them. Well, obviously, people do get them, but
Nobody I know.
yeah, getting the right bid is impossible because it comes down to 1 or 2 credits. Now, I just so happen, well, let's say I came across the ability to access all of the bids that come in.
Cool.
Wow.
Burzin, like, spills his drink a little. He's so excited. Oh,
Whoa, just come on.
sorry.
Now, I'm sure all of you understand what that means. We can put the bid in, and we can get it right, and we can win this contract.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, I'm not kidding. This is a lot of coin. It's got to be at least 150K.
Burzin, like, spills his drink a little bit again. Oh, you gotta stop saying these shocking things.
Oh, Burzin, never change.
It's a lot of money. Guys, it's a lot of money.
As I'm sure you guys know, it's not exactly protocol to have access to this kind of stuff. So, what do we think?
I mean, I, for one, am excited. It's so much money.
It is.
If we can get this contract, we'll be set for, I mean, maybe not for life, but, you know, we'll be set for a while. You guys could have a holiday. Tiny, you could go and see your family.
You could do more than that.
Think what that means for them.
I too share the captain's excitement, but we haven't really spoken yet about what's in it for you, Leia. Like, I imagine you're gonna want to cut for taking a risk like that, and you know, we should probably talk about that to make sure there's enough left in it for the rest of us to be interested.
No, as the dispatcher, I get a cut anyway. So
What is this crime? Like, what is it equal to? What is the punishment? What is the problem?
So essentially, it's paramount to insider trading.
A slap on the wrist. You'll be fired, maybe, but
It's within EdgeCorp, though, yeah?
It is. However, the corporations of the future might as well be governments with the power that they wield.
What's the punishment for this crime?
You'd be doing jail time.
How did you get this information?
Look, let's just say I got my connections. You know, I know you guys got your connections. You got little side hustles. Hey. I'm not saying anything, okay? You do what you gotta do.
Do you trust yours?
I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't, Astra.
And what do they get out of this?
They don't get anything. This is something that they owed me.
Okay.
Out of all of your crews, why us?
Because of the magnetic attraction between myself and Leia.
And she gives you like a playful hit.
You should have seen us in the East Corridor.
Oh, shut up, person.
She expressed her true feelings for me.
Get out of here, you rascal.
Sense motive.
Yeah, anybody who wants to sense motive, sense away.
Definitely
Sense
want
that
to.
motive.
I kind of want to hear the answer and then sense motive on the answer.
Yeah, I want to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, I handle a lot of crews. But there's only one captain that I would have trusted with this sort of job. He's sitting right here. We go way back.
Totally sense motive.
Burzen's just like got his hands up like, huh?
Lassie, you know that we make him look good, right? Like, do you know how many times he's almost fucked it up and we've had to save his ass?
Fucking 20,
I rolled
baby!
it.
I want to take a
I
photo.
rolled
Take a
it.
photo.
I got a dirty 20.
I got 11. I don't sense anything.
Sawbones, don't worry. I know that he would be dead if it wasn't for you, okay?
I can't argue with that. He saved my life numerous times.
You're lucky to have this one. She is, as far as you can tell, being 100% genuine. The chemistry between her and Berzin, it's like seeing two old friends.
Guys, we go way back.
Can I roll the sense motive in asking another question?
What I'm saying is you would have no reason to doubt this.
I didn't come here to look a gift horse in the mouth. I think there's very rare opportunities. I was going to say fuck spiders, but I thought maybe I shouldn't.
To fuck spiders?
I didn't come here. Oh, come on.
It's an
How long have you been hanging around Australians? You not heard that before?
No,
I
it's
haven't
not
heard
in my
that before
vernacular.
either.
We're not here to fuck spiders, mate.
I didn't come here to fuck spiders, right? Let's get on with it.
my new favorite thing. Thank you for this gift.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
It
It's a
makes
thing.
absolutely no sense. Like,
great.
where the fuck
Look,
did it come from?
Just
It's
don't
so
look at it
weird.
too deeply, mate.
No,
Did you
I wanna
ever go
into-
anywhere? Did
I
you
wanna
ever
go
go
into the
anywhere to
real-
fuck spiders, Dan?
I want to go
Ever.
into the real etymology of this saying
funny.
and find out where it came from.
Look it up.
Poetry.
I'm not here to fuck spiders, guys.
So look, I didn't come here to look gift horses like this in the mouth. I mean, I've literally never been offered the opportunity to earn 6 figures on a job ever. And, you know, the captain and Leia go way back and she's never led us astray. So I'm just putting my hat in the ring. I'm saying I'm all in. Let's do it. That's what I think.
Yeah, Sawbones.
Fortune favors the bold. I'm in on this one too.
Oh, Astra.
Cap, I'm in, of course. That's a lot of credits.
Yeah, you're telling me, kid. Tiny, what do you say, kid?
I vote against it. I think this isn't right to do. A couple of 1,000 credits isn't worth the risk for me. I also think since it's in the company itself, it seems like it's within the family, quote unquote, of what EdgeCorp is, so it feels weirdly like I'm ripping off my family members. So I'm against this because I don't want to live in a world where people do that to me. So I gotta make the world I want to live in.
Tiny, your advice has been taken on board, but I think the crew and I have decided that this is a risk that we're willing to take in order to make some serious bank.
I got you.
I can offer you to not come on this mission if you wish, if you don't want to take the risk, but the chance to make this kind of money puts me in a situation where I'm sorry to say this, Leia, but I may not have to work at EdgeCorp anymore.
Tch, you and me both.
And that's too good of an opportunity to pass up.
I agree. I agree.
Tiny looks at his wrench and looks up, and he thinks about his family, because the wrench was a gift from his brother. All right, I'll do it.
So, Leia, what do we got to do?
Okay. Well, for now, you don't gotta do anything. A few days from now, bidding's gonna close. Just before it does, I'll let you know what the right bid is. You submit it straight away, and then that's it.
Sure. Should we have some kind of paper trail where we're sending emails back and forth? You're telling me that the bidding's going to close, and I'll
She
say,
gives you a playful slap across the back of the head. You're a fucking idiot.
hey, I'm just trying to protect ourselves. Come on.
Come on. Jeez. And she pulls out a communicator. Says, here, that's a burner. I'll contact you on this.
Oh, great. Puts it in his pocket, in his vest.
All right. Well, I guess you guys have bought yourself a little bit of R&R while you're here. I'll talk to you in a couple days.
I'll be waiting to hear from you. And he gives her a wink.
Okay. All right. Well, it was good to see the rest of you again. Feels like it's been a very long time.
Thanks, Leia. We'll see you soon, I'm sure.
All right. Bye. Gets up, walks out.
Okay, bye. Hey, who wants to go get into a fight?
I got these new third-level powers I want to use.
I got all these things to do. It's amazing.
Hey, where are we staying?
Well, I was gonna stay on the ship, but you know that's because I'm a cheapskate.
Oh.
Where do you want to stay?
I wouldn't mind, like, exploring a little bit, and then, I don't know, maybe stay somewhere.
Sure.
Oh, you've spent too long in the casino life, boy. Jesus.
No.
They ain't got nothing like that here.
I just
it doesn't come cheap, kid.
I haven't been to Absalom before, so I wouldn't mind checking it out, and then, you know, even if it's like somewhere down on the spike.
Cool.
I'm happy to do that.
You know, there's some serious gangs just running around on the spike.
Oh,
Maybe we can do some tourist things. We'll go and see the eye. We'll go and see some of those corporate towers. We'll go out on the rings. Maybe we can go. Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll go down to a club on the spike. What do you say?
Right? Oh, that sounds outstanding.
and then we flash to montage. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. And you're all posing in front of things. Like, Burzin gets punched in the face, like in a bar. And, then, like, Sawbones is, like, injecting him with something. They're standing in front of monuments.
We just both...
Yep. Tiny's taking selfies, and then he's still, like, shifting himself to, like, crop Brandon out as well. Classic. You guys have a good couple of days. Any purchases you wanted to make, you can go ahead and make those.
Sweet.
Spent all me dollary dues.
How much
Indeed.
money have we gotten over the last couple of months?
Minus expenses and, savings. Let's say you've got an additional $2,500. You do your sightseeing, you do your purchasing, show Brandon around the Spike or something like that. A couple of nights in a seedy motel, that sort of thing. And a few days later, the little burner that you had in your inside pocket goes off. Unknown number.
Whips it out, slides it up because it's a slide burner.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Hello.
I got the number for you, Burzin.
What do we got?
All right. Are you near a terminal? Are you able to submit the bid?
Hold on. Hold on. And he looks around and he sees a terminal box. He goes in there and closes the door behind him. Okay, I'm ready. Puts in a credit.
I love the mundane technology in this ultra advanced science fiction universe. Yeah. It's brilliant. It's that assumption that a lot of people have that all of this amazing technology would be for everyone in the future. It's like, no. All the good stuff is only for the rich people.
Yeah.
Like, we're still going to be schlepping along, getting by.
Yeah, there's going to be so many ultra poor people in the future that it's not even funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like it's if you've seen, what is it? What's the one with Matt Damon? Is it Elysium?
Elysium.
Where you've got all the people working in the radiation fields on Earth,
man.
and the rich people in the ring. It's exactly what it's going to be.
You heard it here first, folks. Okay. And you get into the interface, and it says, the bidding is closing, and it's counting down, and there's about 8 minutes left.
Okay, what do I got?
Let's stay on the line here,
doing?
okay? Stay on the line and just
Sure.
be ready to put it in when I say so, all right? Neither of you are talking. You're just standing there watching as the little cursor is flashing, like, please submit your bid. From time to time, you hear a little bit of muttering on the other end, and then the time is just counting down, and it gets to 30 seconds, 25, 20.
Okay, what are we doing?
Okay,
It's
just hold
counting
up.
down.
Just hold up. Are you ready? Okay, 15, 10, almost.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, 7, 6. Okay, here we go. 1,
Okay.
7,
1,
3,
7,
2,
3,
9, 8.
2,
Wait.
9, 8.
Now,
Tick.
submitted.
Oh God! Have you got it? Did it go
Did it
through?
get through? Okay. Oh God. Oh shit. Oh, Burzin, we
What?
got it.
Is it?
We got it.
Oh yeah! And he just like starts going crazy inside the the terminal booth.
Yeah.
Hitting the fucking walls and shit.
People passing by like, oh. A woman hurries along her child. It's like, oh. Oh God. Okay. Oh gosh. Well. Okay. All right. Let's keep our heads here. I want you to take this phone and fucking disintegrate it. I don't care what you do with it. Get rid of it. All right?
Sure. Yeah. Cool. Great. Okay.
Okay. Oh God. Oh jeez. I guess I'll be in contact with you. Once they let me know. Okay, my communicator's ringing. Okay, all right. I'll call you back, Burzin.
Okay, on my normal phone, right? I'm throwing this one out.
It needs to be gone. It needs to be dust.
Great. Okay. Consider it done.
All right. Beep. Hangs up.
I'm just like, yeah, go on, fuck yeah. In the terminal still, open the door, look around to see if I can find like an incinerator or something, or like I immediately throw it on the ground and crunch it under my foot.
Yeah, classic.
And then I pick it up and find somewhere that I can make sure it 100% gets destroyed. Or do I see a street sweeper coming along?
Yeah. There's a one of those. It's like a robot street sweeper, and it's like yellow unit, and he's like sweeping stuff up, and he's got like a little red hat. Someone's like taped a red hat to him. It's like
I'd like keep breaking it up in my hands, and I just put it down in front of the street sweeper.
Mm-hmm. And you hear a grinding noise as it runs over it.
Walks off, like just fist pump in the air. Oh wait, so I'm waiting for her to come back to me with confirmation.
She said she'd call you with the next steps. The bid went through.
Yeah, cool.
The contract is yours.
I send a quick message to everyone on their communicators, just saying, "We got it." No. Smiley face.
No.
Like the cash in the eyes emoji.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Don't
with
say
the
that.
tongue out. What? We've got it.
We don't know
she
that
said we've
yet.
got it.
Yeah, but
you
you
heard
don't.
that on a burner, man.
You're clearly not a very good criminal,
Oh
Dan.
my god. She hasn't confirmed in real life. Don't message us, please.
Hey, we got it. Too late.
Oh,
It's happened.
This is all happening in the group chat.
Burzin's excited. He just texts back. What do you mean?
Stop. No.
Someone says
don't know
sends
you.
a facepalm gif. Like, all right. And as you're making your way back to your lodgings, whether that's the ship or whatever, your personal comm goes off.
Hello, Burzin speaking.
Leia, it's me. It's
Hi, Leia.
it's it. Like we got it.
Leia. I put forward a bid for that job you mentioned. Did we get it?
Yes, as your handler, the bid came through me. So yeah, of course, I know.
Oh,
you got the job.
Great.
So
That's
congratulations.
fantastic.
Before she mentions it.
And
We don't talk often, but in case you're calling about the bid, is that what is the happening you did? Did we got it, right? Or I shouldn't. How are you?
No.
So we got it. Great. When do we start?
all right, so everything's all loaded up, and I'm gonna send you the coordinates in a minute, and
Sure.
you guys will need to be there in 12 hours.
Oh, 12 hours. Great. Okay, I'll tell the guys we're in the skies by 5 o'clock.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, Burzin, okay?
Okay,
hey.
thanks, Leia.
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Can't wait.
Beep.
Okay. Bye. Oh, she's gone. And he heads back to the ship. He sends through another communication. He's like, and he deletes the message that he sent from his side. And then he sends another one. Don't worry, guys. We put in the right bid and we got it.
Another like hand on head emoji gets sent back.
We gotta be on the ship and ready to go by 5.
One really big thumbs up. You know how you have to like wait until you've pushed it just the right
Yeah.
amount?
You hold it down.
One
Yeah.
of those.
Okay. I'll take that as a positive response. I'll see you soon.
So you go back and you tell everybody about it?
Sure do. Tell them that we got the job. We got to be up in. We got to be there in 12 hours. We'll be getting the coordinates shortly, and we're all going to be rich.
Did you get any further details about the job, Captain? Like, aside from just having to be at a certain place at a certain time, do you know what we're actually doing?
Yeah, you ask questions, right? Follow-up questions?
No, Leia will send through a brief, I'm sure. She always does.
Pretty sure it was about getting like medicines to a place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The info comes through at that moment.
Bloop. Ah, see? Here it is.
How timely.
He puts it onto we all go into the meeting, the recreational / kitchen area.
That's not what it's called.
But what is it called? I can't remember what it's called.
It's the kitchen cum leisure room.
Yes, that's
yes,
the one.
the kitchen cum leisure room. And I put it on the TV in the kitchen cum leisure room.
You guys are going to need to head to Docking Bay 19 on Arm C. You're not going to be using your ship for this.
Oh.
There'll be a cargo hauler waiting there for you.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about leaving a ship.
Wow.
I'm going to go and, as soon as I hear that, I'm going to go and pack a go bag with all of my most precious, ancient surgical books and all of my gear.
Burzin rolls up the sweet carpet that he stole from the goblin captain so he can have some of the luxuries of home on this new ship. But what else does it say, Tom?
So essentially what Leia had told you, that this is a delivery of sensitive medical goods to Tabard Minor out in near space. So not quite as far as the Vast, but a bit further out. So it is a completely different system that you're going to be traveling to. It could take a couple of weeks to get there, depending. And it also gives you instructions for when you land there. Like it gives you the docking protocols, the landing area that you're going to need to go to, and then the procedure for once you actually do land, and for ensuring that the cargo gets to its destination.
Great.
Just before we move ships, have we actually in this last couple of months sold the sex toys? Or are they like the contraband is still sitting in our... Like, have we done that bit?
Do they happen to be able to be delivered to this planet that we're going to? Is that the planet?
You guys haven't actually looked at them.
I'm sure.
You've joked about it, but you haven't opened it and looked at them.
Okay.
That's what the rest of you think. Sawbones has been walking around with a big smile. And a limp.
God.
If you did take the time to look at them, you'll see that a lot of this stuff is quite unrecognizable to you. Your understanding of what sex toys are is one thing. These are quite different, and you're not quite sure how they would be used.
It
I
looks
get
like
it.
a Christmas tree.
Genitalia. That's what you're trying to say. It's a Christmas tree. Yeah, it's shaped like a Christmas tree, but it's only on the outside and it goes around something.
Burzin, as you're in your room, rolling up your sweet rug, and getting your stuff done.
I power washed it before I put it down, by the way.
Sure.
Yep.
And there's a stale smell because it didn't dry properly.
Gah!
It's just like, ugh.
Tiny, would you mind cleaning this again for me?
Sure.
I got messy a few times.
As I'm passing by, I have all my stuff packed up, and I have space YouTube on my space computer device. I'm watching Technomancing the Stone, new video, working on new spell, bro. We got it. And I've already subscribed, of course, but I like this video. I'm first to comment, and then I as I pass by without even looking, I just cast token spell, and I just clean it immediately as I walk off. And I there's a half glance as I see a little bit of it's frayed, and I cast mending as it reforms back. And I'm just walking off.
Very good.
And Burzin sniffs it, and he's like, I don't know how he does it. I've never seen magic used in this way, and to think, I used to be against it altogether. Amazing. Amazing.
Your communicator goes off, and it's from an unknown number.
Hello, Burzin speaking.
Captain Burzin. It's Ferrari.
Ah, Ferrari. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Oh, something got you down, fella?
Burzin, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh.
And this comes from me, not from Mr. Caldera.
Oh, sure. What do you got?
It's come to my attention that you and your crew have recently won a contract.
Yeah, we did. Very lucrative, might I say.
Yes, I heard all about it. Now, this may be difficult for you to, well, when there's this amount of money involved. What I'm asking you won't be easy.
Okay, I'm listening.
Captain, I'd like you, as a favor to me, to drop the contract.
Ferrari, what do you mean? Do you understand how lucrative this is for me and my crew?
Aye, I do.
You're saying you want a favor? You just expect me to give up this kind of contract for a favor?
Of course. The choice is yours, Captain. I would like it if you could. However, I understand if you can't.
I mean, do you need an answer right now, or do I have some kind of time limit to get back to you on?
You speak for your crew, don't you, Captain?
I did at one point, but now I like to think I'm more of a decision by committee kind of captain, if you know what I mean.
I would like an answer, please, Captain.
Well, Ferrari, I've enjoyed working for you over the last few months, but I won't be dropping the contract.
Very well.
I assume this is the end of our professional relationship?
You'd be assuming correctly.
Okay, well, like I said, I've enjoyed working with you these last few months, but I guess I'll see you on the other side.
I guess so, Captain. Thank you for your service to Mr. Calderon.
Anytime.
All the best, Captain.
Goodbye.
Oh no.
No, hold on.
It's not going to go well at all.
Why didn't you ask him why he was talking to you about it, Dan?
Because I wouldn't expect him to tell me.
Yeah, but you can still ask.
Sense motive.
But I wanted to, I actually wanted to go back, and when Burzin says goodbye, he hangs up the phone.
You should. I just can't retcon stuff, Dan. I'm sorry. I'm bound by the GM law. I can't retcon stuff unless it directly benefits me. Ferrari had hand in that exchange.
No, he didn't. He was asking me to drop something, and I said no. He has no hand.
Well, he hung up first. So
I
he
have
has
the
hand.
What's having
And you're
hand?
gonna need
What?
it. Seinfeld?
What is that?
Seinfeld? Nothing?
It's like
I
the
don't
upper
know that.
hand.
I have the hand.
I don't know the episode.
It's like when you're in control and
No, I understand. I want to know what episode now.
I don't know, just
Love
look up
Seinfeld.
George Costanza, I have hand.
I'm gonna say season.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That
say
sounds
season
really
4 or
dangerous.
5.
Oh yeah, well the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
Okay. Well, either way, your exchange with Ferrari has ended, whether it was you or he hanging up.
I choose to believe it was Burzin hanging up first.
And that is perfectly fine that you want to believe that.
Yeah, typical Tom. He's gonna leave all this in as well, just to make me look like a petty fool.
Look, get a load of this asshole.
and then he pauses the podcast like, at this point, Dan asks for something that I'm not gonna give him, but just listen to this idiot ask for it. Here we go.
Let's chuck in director's commentary.
It's like a Ron Howard voiceover from Arrested Development.
So, Burzin, are you going to tell your crew about this little phone call?
Nah, he's just gonna keep that to himself.
Ooh.
Sneaky boy.
Interesting.
Hey, that was a
Sneaky boy.
conversation between a captain and a contact. Burzin doesn't feel threatened. He doesn't feel he's not intimidated by any kind of intentional or unintentional threat.
Okay, fair enough. You guys head to the docking bay, and there are several layers of security that you need to pass through. Each one of these checkpoints has armed guards, and they check your credentials quite a few times. Now, some of you Edge Corp old guard might know this, but this particular arm on Absalom is where the really, really big ships dock when they have to. It's like a special kind of docking bay where there's like the walkways and all the access points and stuff are pressurized as per the rest of the station, but the ship itself has direct access to space and is in 0G for ease of loading the enormous amounts of cargo they take. It's kind of like having a garage and the door is open to the street. As you come through the final set of doors, you see before you a gigantic cigar-shaped ship with a relatively small cockpit and crew area right up the front, and a massive thruster at the back that, I mean, the pig could probably fit quite snugly into this thruster, is how big it is. running along the length of the body of the ship, kind of like pricks on a cactus. There are dozens of brightly colored shipping containers. Not the size that you and I know, mind you, but like super high capacity containers, easily 5-6 times bigger than ones like we'd see in real life. There's also small loaders and forklifts that are buzzing around it, doing various tasks, kind of like those tiny fish that you see latching onto and cleaning sharks.
It has a noticeable lack of guns.
Sawbones, it's a cargo ship. You're not going to get, high-powered energy weapons on a cargo ship.
Aye, I've always thought that quite unusual, given that, they carry lots and lots and lots of valuable cargo, yet no weapons. I know that's how it is, but it's never made a lot of sense to me.
And given the danger of space, Sawbones, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Maybe we can put a request in for extra weapons.
Well, I was kind of thinking maybe we could have a chat and see if we could take our own ship as escort. Like, we've got a perfectly good ship sitting there with lots of guns, and there's 4 of us, so I don't know. Do you think they'd let us take it as escort?
Who the hell's flying both?
I don't mind flying one of them.
Really?
My piloting's about a -1, so,
You're not taking this one. And I don't trust you with a pig. No way are you flying that.
Like I say, I've got a +4 to piloting. I'm not that bad.
Sawbones, you're not registered to fly that kind of craft.
That's true. Look, I'm just putting it out there. That's all. You can shoot me down. That's okay.
I'm just saying, like, legally you can't do it. EdgeCorp wouldn't allow it. And at the end of the day, it's their property.
Oh, true. Because I always make sure that we as a crew obey what EdgeCorp's rules are. You're absolutely right, Captain.
I'm just trying to save you from yourself.
Sawbones winks at Tiny. Tiny winks back.
Yeah.
I don't want you to hurt yourself and, our home in the process.
True. Okay, fine. Let's just jump in this enormous ship laden with valuable goods. Let's go.
Now you're talking. And he slaps you on the back.
As you enter the ship, you have to go through an airlock, and as you pass through, you notice a significant drop in the temperature.
Oh, she's a chilly
Good thing
girl.
I brought my rug.
You walk through the airlock, and you're in a long passageway of like the body of the ship, and looking left, you can see up to the cockpit, and there's 2 doors either side leading to the crew quarters and the mess area. To your right, there's a transparent aluminium door that bears a warning of low temperatures beyond and sensitive medical goods, and through it you can see a corridor that stretches all the way down to the rear of the ship where the engine room is. And the corridor itself is lined with access panels and readouts that all give information about each individual crate.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over all the buttons and make sure that I understand how this one's set up and flick everything on into the positions that we need to get up off the ground. Not that we're really on the ground, but...
As you get onto the ship and inspect what it's all about, you can see that it actually does have several plasma and light torpedo launchers for defense, along with a few other countermeasures that we'll get into if we need to.
See, Sawbones, it's got multiple sets of light torpedoes.
True, yes. The light torpedo is well known for its effectiveness against attacks.
Everybody's doing all their pre-flight checks. Maybe you put all your things in the crew quarters as well.
Roll out my rug.
Mm-hmm. There's not much room for it. It's pretty bare bones.
I still roll it out, even if the edges of the rug are like up on a wall a bit, or like between the bed and the wall. It's still out.
Somebody trips over it.
Oh, sorry.
come
Watch
on.
out for the rug, the edge of the rug.
Captain, I almost broke my neck on this stupid thing.
Gotta keep my feet warm in the morning. I don't want to have cold feet. See how cold it is in here?
Is there a med bay?
No, there isn't a med bay, but as you're inspecting things a little bit more, you see that there is a mess, it's like a very small one. It's kind of like a kitchen / mess / toilet bathroom area sort of thing.
Wait, are you serious? It's a kitchen, come mess, come toilet.
It's like there's a door
bathroom
off there where it's like, oh, there's the bathroom door that's attached
off
to
the
this
kitchen.
mess. It's like everything is up. Everything's up in the forward.
We need a ship meeting. We need to set some ground rules about the toilet usage schedule and the eating schedule.
the crew quarters as well, and it's also equipped with escape pods.
Oh.
We hopefully won't need those.
Does the front of the ship detach?
No, it doesn't, but the cockpit is quite well armored, so... and one other thing, it has a Mark II duo node computer, so that means +2 to any computer checks you might need to make.
Sawbones is gonna set up in one of the escape pods, turn an escape pod into his sleeping quarters and resting quarters. So, don't want to be cramped in with all the rest of these crew.
Sure. You guys do all your pre-flight, and after 12 hours, the clearance comes through, and you set off.
Take her out, Astra.
You give him priority clearance through Absalom's security, and you just pretty much head straight for the drift beacon.
She flies like a rock. Hey, what's the maneuverability? How's it? Yeah, how is it?
Indeed, it does handle like a rock. It's very, very slow. It has poor maneuverability.
Great.
Oh, shit.
So it's like comparing a small boat to a cruise ship sort of thing. It's like, whoa. But that being said, you do get to use the larger shipping lanes as well, because and they take a far more direct route than what the smaller ships would need to take. So you head out to the drift beacon, pop in the coordinates that were given to you.
Here we go.
And it's going to take you 12 days.
Oh, yuck.
It's like flying a brick too.
You manage to pass the time as best you can.
With a montage.
Like Steve McQueen bouncing a ball off the wall, catching it.
Yeah, there's not much to do. I mean, you probably brought your e-reader with you, maybe read some books. Tiny, maybe you downloaded a few space YouTube videos for offline play in the drift.
Yeah.
Astra, there's plenty of things to look around, tinker with, make sure everything's running properly on the ship as well. This almost reminds you of, what you used to do before EdgeCorp and you're being on the pig. Like maybe you feel a bit more comfortable in a larger ship. I remember this feeling, being on a really huge ship. And actually, as you're kind of going around and inspecting things and everything, can you give me a perception check, please?
Alright, what's that? That's I have 0 ads. Okay, I got a 5.
5? Okay. Thank you.
Burzin low-key notices the technomancing the stone videos that Tiny's watching, and he's kind of getting into them because there's nothing else to do. So whenever he's watching one, he's just Burzin's just around.
Alright.
Does Technomancing the Stone have a theme song or anything that plays before the video starts?
Sure, yeah.
It's
It's Technomancing the Stone, yeah. Technomancing the Stone, yeah. Technomancing the Stone, we're Technomancing that stone.
Technomancing the stone. Dun dun dun.
You occasionally hear Burzin just humming the tune. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all very much in each other's business for these 2 weeks, and Brandon in this time he has been for the past few months as well. He's been doing a lot of studying, and he's taking this time to really practice. Anybody who sees him, sees those kind of mystical auras coming around him, and he's doing things with his hands, and almost like this glowing is coming from them. And
I want to walk up to Brandon while he's, he's been obviously doing this for a few days, and we've been noticing what he's been doing. I've been noticing what he's been doing. And I kind of want to walk up to him and say, Brandon, it seems like you're really becoming quite adept at, these newfound skills. How are you feeling about, the new powers that you're learning? Have you sort of figured out what they do and how you can use them, and, you starting to feel more confident?
I'm feeling pretty good, Sawbones. Something they're all saying in the readings and things I'm doing. And I know you're not into religion and spirituality, being a science guy and all, but you have to kind of feel at one with everything that's around you. Tune in, you know what I mean?
Ha! Science guy.
I do know. I know I'm a science guy. I'm not a religious guy, but I too need to feel calm and at peace in order to be able to do my best, most focused work. So I think there's some similarities there, regardless of kind of where we draw our inspiration from.
Yeah, well, I've been learning a few different things and trying to harness my energy in different ways. So to understand
that's what I'm
how
interested
I can...
in, Brandon. That's what I'm interested in. What have you been learning? Can you tell me a little bit about what you've learned how to do?
This is such a cramped area that we're all hearing this conversation. I should be like, didn't you hear, Sabos? He said you can't get it. You're never gonna get it, dude. He said it's too complicated to you for you to understand.
That's why when Burzin walked past, he's like, ha! Science guy.
And Brendan kind of just ignores this room banter that's happening and just keeps on talking to Sawbones. So when I was with Tiny and we got into that scrap in the casino, I noticed that I could heal people. And you saw me after that fight. There wasn't a scratch on me.
Wait, are you telling me that you can heal people with these powers?
Yeah, well, like I said, science guy, and you said it yourself, there's people in the universe that are mystics, and they can harness power to heal others
Hey,
with.
look, I know, I'm not doubting you. I'm just feeling slightly threatened because I'm like well known as the healing guy on the crew, you know, and now you're telling me that, you know, basically I'm useless. But that's okay, Branton. That's okay.
I work with you, Sawbones. You know, I don't want to cut your lunch or anything like that.
Aye, I know. Look, it just feels like my lunch is being cut. That's all. But look, it's okay. No, I'm glad that you too can heal people. That's very special, Brandon.
Well, I'm sorry, it's only physical wounds I can heal. I can't heal any damage to your pride, Sawbones.
Oh, that's a burn.
Look,
That's a solid burn, Brandon.
I ghost sound a crowd going like, oh shit.
So what else can you do, Brandon? Are you able to, you know, cast any other sort of mystic spells?
Yeah, so like that brain hemorrhaging thing is called a mind thrust, and I learned this other really cool one, but I think it's better if I show you. And he calls out to Burzin, hey, Cap, do you have anything that we could use as like target practice, like a target or something like that?
I'm sure there's some scrap material down the back end of the ship.
It's really lucky that Astra's like trying to fix something as they're speaking.
Why? What are you trying to do?
I'll show you. Just one sec. And then he runs off to the back of the ship and comes back a few moments later with some of the scrap. And then he stares at it for a few seconds with a hand on his temple, like really concentrating on it. Then after a moment, he shakes himself out of it and hands the scrap to Sawbones. Sawbones, can you take this down to the far end of the ship for me?
Aye.
And make sure, like, whatever's behind it, you know, it won't blow up or anything.
Okay.
Burzin looks at him with like squinty, questioning eyes.
How confident are you in what's about to happen here, Brandon? Because
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
Oh well.
So has Astra noticed this at all?
Has she? All this tomfoolery that's happening.
I feel like she's like really deep in some sort of mechanic or something. Otherwise she would be definitely stopping this. Shooting shit down the medical corridor. No!
And then Brandon calls out, Sawbones, are you in position?
Aye, I'm in position, laddie.
Okay, Cap. Now, take out your weapon.
Okay. He pulls his pistol.
May I? And he gestures that he wants to put his hand on it. And he does so, and he closes his eyes. And then there's this faint blue glow that emanates from his hand, and it seems to infuse the pistol. And after a moment, he takes his hand off, and the glow lingers. And then he steps back a few paces and stands up tall. Okay, now, shoot at me.
Huh?
Shoot at me.
Kid, you don't have any armor on.
No, it'll be okay, Cap. I've done something special. Trust me.
Okay. And he like points the gun at his chest and like turns away a little bit as he's about to pull the trigger. He's like kind of side eyes him down his arm and squeezes the trigger.
And just as it goes off, Astra looks up and it's like, what the fuck?
And as you fire, there's the muzzle flash, and then almost like a tracer round. You see a glowing trail as the round turns mid-flight, zips around Brandon, turns out the door, goes down the corridor, all the way to the end, and you hear it strike the scrap metal.
What the fuck?
Whoa!
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
The hell
Nothing.
is gunfight?
It's just
okay,
magic.
Astra. It's okay. Brandon's just showing off his new abilities.
Did you just shoot near the
It's quite
medicals?
impressive, really. Aye, but look, he got a bullseye. He got a bullseye.
Give me your gun. You are not allowed, Cap. Give me your gun.
I can't give you.
No.
This is my service
This is my
pistol.
ship. You are not having that on my ship. If you're gonna shoot at Brandon and fucking this is precious cargo, give me your gun.
He asked me to do
It
it.
wasn't gonna hit me, Astra.
Do you know how much money this is? Give me the gun.
Okay, and he just like lets the gun like hang off his finger and
Fucking,
hands it
like-
over.
Take out the
Okay.
rounds and like fucking storm out. Don't understand how much this guns in the. Ugh. Pissed off at you all.
Turns to Bosun. It's pretty cool though, huh?
No, kid, that was impressive. You know, I know this is fun new powers for you, kid, but I'll just warn you, don't let it go to your head.
He nods.
I'm serious.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, Cap. I getting excited is all. You're right.
You haven't seen the things that I've seen this kind of power do to people, both those that wield it and those that it's used on. I don't want to see you misuse this kind of power again.
Okay.
Okay. He's like, you did good, kid.
And as you walk away, he kind of smiles at that. Time passes, and Astra, have another perception check, please.
Indeed. I got a 10 this time. Damn these plus nothings.
Okay.
I feel like I should be seeing something.
Is this like? Would this involve scanning? Because isn't that my job or no?
I mean,
No? Okay.
don't worry about it, mate.
Fair enough.
Shall I just keep rolling until I get a better score?
Yeah, that's how this game works. You just like, all right, roll till you get that 20, and be like, hey, 20. All right. Again, time passes, and you all, as is protocol, everybody's up on the bridge. Everybody's strapped in at their stations as you guys are preparing to come out of the drift. And sitting there, and you get that lurch, that lurch in your stomach, that roller coaster drop feeling as you come out. Everything stretches and then springs back.
Yeah, snaps
Always gets
back.
me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As it was. No sooner do you arrive back in actual space, the ship is rocked by an explosion.
Shit.
Of course. Good one, Astra.
Door sealed.
Way to not notice.
The alarm goes off. Whap, whap, whap,
The hell?
whap. Red emergency
What
lighting
just happened?
turns on, all in the cabin, and the ship itself is spinning out of control. And as it is spinning and spinning, you catch a glimpse out the front of the cockpit. You can see that the front portion of the ship has broken away from the remainder of the ship, and you can see the cargo crates themselves start to everything's just blowing up, exploding, and debris starts to fly towards the front portion of the ship that you guys are all in, just starts to hammer it. A crack forms on the windscreen, and it started getting battered, and the warnings are just coming up to abandon ship, evacuate.
Everyone activate your environmental protections. I think we're about to lose pressure.
Holy shit.
And no sooner do you say that, something cracks open the front viewport, and everything is just sucked out. Random papers, bits and pieces. Burst, your rug goes through the thing. Sawbones, the papers from your books are just fluttering around, flying around. Anything that wasn't tied down and secured is just flying out there, and the same warning coming up. Bwap, bwap, evacuate ship, abandon ship, abandon ship.
My rug.
What about the rug? Let's abandon ship.
Everyone get to an escape pod. How many people does an escape pod hold? Or are they like lifeboats, single person lifeboat things?
You guys can all fit in one.
Okay.
Quick, everyone get into Sawbones' little home.
Yeah, jump into the one that Sawbones has set up in as his little home.
He's got his bong in there.
That's right. We'll keep us occupied.
I'm sure. Is it zero gravity at this point? We're just like pulling ourselves through the ship.
Yeah. So you unbuckle yourselves and it's spinning around and you're kind of getting thrown to the sides of the ship and having to like kind of grab handholds and, maybe reach out and grab and pull someone else, the next person along, and find your way to the escape pod. And once everybody's in, you get strapped in, and Astra, you're just waiting, hovering over the release button, waiting until it's tumbling in the right spot. And just as it comes up,
punch it.
You hit it and suddenly there's just silence and you guys have stopped spinning and you're floating away and everything's smooth again.
Fuck. What the hell was that?
I'm guessing there's no sensors in the escape pod.
There's a rudimentary computer.
I want to see what can we see? Like, do we know what's happened?
Yeah, there's a little viewport, you can see out of, maybe in the rear. Between the thrusters, like where the door is, there's like a little viewing port. And looking out, you can see the cockpit itself has gone dark as it's tumbling away and, still being hit by debris. And, the escape pod itself is shaking a bit as, some debris does wash over it a bit, but it is thrusting away from it. And you can see, like, where the remainder of the ship was. You can maybe see some different colored pieces just floating.
Can we see what caused it?
Did the cargo containers blow up? Like, is that what you said before? Like they were filled, like kind of they were exploding from within themselves, or did we get attacked?
You don't know. There was an explosion and you saw them blow up.
Can we scan to see if there's bad guys anywhere nearby?
Sure. There's some basic scanners on this.
Burzen's just looking out the window, see if he can see any ships.
You do the scan, and you're not picking up any other ships in the area.
For Sarenrae's sake!
Can I do a scan of the ship that's blowing up, and I'm looking for like explosive compounds or weird space phenomena, anything that like might give me some clues as to what caused it?
The type of computer that this has, it doesn't have that kind of capability. I mean, escape pods are designed to get you to the nearest world and, do some basic scans of communications, but that's about it. But anybody that, once this line of conversation is maybe starting to happen, anybody can give me engineering.
Who's doing the...
Go, Ben. You've probably got the best engineering, don't you, Ben?
I have a +10.
Yeah, I'm a +9.
I'm going to assist with a 17.
I got a 22.
I'll assist with a 24.
Okay, so everybody assisted, did they, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all throwing ideas out there.
I got a 12, so I have a 22. I don't know if that's high or not, but with the assisting
cool.
of everyone
Plus
in
like
the crew.
6.
28, yeah. So the absence of other vessels in the area would lead you to believe that this explosion was something that happened on the ship.
It's a sabotage!
It's
Potentially.
not like them shooting the weapons down the hallway. Like, is Astra thinking that maybe they would...
Why didn't they build it with 6,001
That's
holes?
not possible.
Yeah.
Like a small arms wouldn't have been able to cause something like that. And Sawbones' knowledge of medicine is like these, or I guess all of you, if it was explosive, there would have been warning signs up. Everything said it was hazardous materials. They need to be kept at a certain temperature, this and that, but nowhere did it say that it was explosive.
It seems really odd that they would. Yeah, it seems really odd they would pay us an enormous amount of money to deliver a cargo shipment of medical supplies, only to have it blow up. Like, that seems really strange. Captain, did you get any sort of weird phone calls or any indication that?
How dare you? How dare you? If the captain
Sorry,
had received
okay, I
any
take it
phone
back.
calls, he would have told us. He would have warned us. Then we could have checked the ship adequately.
I know, he's a diplomat. You're right. Sorry, I take it back. Don't even trouble yourself answering the question. Don't even trouble yourself, Captain. Sorry.
I appreciate the vehemence and veracity of your defense of my good character, but strangely, Sawbones, with some kind of oracular ability, has got to the heart of it. I did receive a strange phone call from none other than Ferrari.
Oh, our friend Ferrari.
That's crazy.
Our friends, yes.
You received a phone call? So?
He asked me to give up the tender, give up the job. And I, in the most polite of ways, told him that we would not be giving up the job.
Oh, well, so Captain, when you asked him why he wanted you to give up the job, like what did he say?
Yeah, what did he say?
I didn't ask.
You didn't ask him why he wanted you to give up the job? That seems like
It's because Ferrari probably threatened him. That's why he didn't tell us, too. He probably threatened him. There was a reason why he didn't tell us, right? He said, like, if you tell your crew, I'm gonna murder everybody, right? That's what he said. He didn't just, like, leave it up to you, right?
He didn't make any threats. He didn't give me a reason. And I'm sorry, guys, but I didn't ask.
Oh, man.
Once I refused his request, I assumed our professional relationship was terminated. And in that thought, I was correct.
Did you think it was weird that he knew that we got the job so quickly?
While it did seem strange that he was calling me directly about it, news travels fast. As soon as we got the contract and it was awarded, I'm sure it was common knowledge between certain spheres of influence, if you know what I mean.
Why didn't you tell us?
I didn't think it was important.
Oof.
I didn't think it was threatening at all.
Oh, wow. Well, you really missed that one. He's staring out at the wreckage of our ship.
It just seems so out of character. I mean, Ferrari's always been great to us. He's looked after us. He's kept us in employ. We've done good by him. It just seems so unusual.
Hey, I got a question. Do we owe 100 and like 3 figures now to EdgeCorp and all the goods and stuff that aren't delivered? Is that like on us?
I don't know. Wait, let me bring up the contract.
Yep.
No.
Well, it says here, by accepting the job, we accept all liabilities and costs involved should the job go south or we lose the cargo. It says it in black and white. It says that in the contract.
So, Captain, just playing it back to you, it seems a little bit odd, right? Ferrari's been really good to us. He's been really good. Like, I know he works for a bit of a shady organization, but as a bloke, like...
It's not a shady organization.
Look, that's not important.
For a rich family.
Okay, whatever. All I'm saying is, it seems a little out of character that he would call us and say, well, he'd call you, someone he's got a good relationship with, and... Did you say that he suggested that we'd not take the job? Like, was he talking on behalf of the family, or was he talking on behalf of himself? Like, it just seems so out of character.
Well, while he's a representative of the Calderon family, I did get the slight inclination that maybe he was asking this favor for himself.
Upon thinking about it, he explicitly said to you this was not related to his boss, and it was simply a favor for him.
Well, Captain, I don't want to make out like you're as thick as 2 fucking bricks, but it would seem, perhaps, that this contact, who, again, we have a very good relationship with, may have been calling to tell you that it wasn't a good idea.
Leave him alone, guys. Like, how could he have known that the ship was going to blow up?
He could have
asked the person that was calling explicitly to warn him perhaps what he had on his mind.
Yeah, or warn the tech-savvy people in his crew to check on the ship.
Hindsight
to
is
see if anything
2020.
was amiss, or to look at the contract to see if something bad happens. He could have done a lot of stuff.
It's a standard contract. I didn't have any reason to expect it was going to be sabotaged.
Why else did
it was going to be blown up from the inside.
Okay, all right, everybody, just calm down, okay? Look, what's done is done. The ship's blown up. We're here now, okay? We're on an escape pod. What's done is done. Like, let's figure out where we're going. That's step number one. We got to figure out where we're going, okay? So does anybody know where this escape pod is pointed for?
Astra, you are in the pilot's seat there, and you've got all of the information there directly in front of you.
I've got all of that information directly in front of me. Let me just look that up. Boop, 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 boop. It looks like we're heading straight for Taproot Minor. Exactly where the medicine was going to go. It looks like that's where we're headed. Without the medicine.
Astra, can you send out an SOS? Maybe they can come pick us up. I don't know how fast this thing's going or when we're going to reach it, but I don't feel like I want to be stuck in such a small space with all these accusatory glares coming my way.
Given that we now owe EdgeCorp more than 170,000 credits, perhaps we shouldn't message them and ask them to come and get us.
I'm not saying we message EdgeCorp. I'm saying we reach out to Taproot Minor. Something out there can help us, surely. They've got some kind of ship that could come and pick us up.
Definitely no medicine.
Okay, Astra. Thank you. Thank you for your input, Astra.
All right, I'm phoning him.
All right. Astra, as those two, you kind of like tune out the sound of them. The camera like focuses on you and like they blur out behind as they keep going on. And, you know, you set the computer, send out the distress signal, and flight time comes up. And it's going to take you 36 hours.
36 hours of listening to them. No, that's okay. I can tune them out. Okay. 36 hours.
There's still what going behind you. Bah, 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 bah. You just
put my headphones on. Put some traveling music on.
Stare off out the little viewport out the front as the little speck you know to be Taproot Minor is inching closer and closer. And we'll leave our session there for today. Star Raiders is an Arcane Focus Network production. Be sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You'd be amazed how much it helps us spread the word. Looking for more adventure? Head to arcanefocusnetwork.com.